Take a listen, because a lot of people ask themselves, why would a person let you buy their house and leave the mortgage debt in their name and they are still personally liable for that debt? It remains on their credit. This is important, guys, because we are becoming the bank. We are buying investment properties by taking over the existing mortgage. I'm just feeling really generous tonight because this is some footage that has not been released. So for those of you guys that don't know me, well, my name's right there, Gene Boykin. All right, I'm the founder of the Go-Getter Family Real Estate Investing Academy. Did you know the best way to stay poor is to take advice from poor people on how to get rich? That was a saying that I heard and it stuck with me, man. And ever since then, I haven't been taking advice not only from people who have never done or don't know how to do the thing that I'm trying to do, whatever it is that I'm trying to accomplish, but I also stopped taking advice from myself on matters that I didn't know anything about. That was one of the best things that I could ever do. Now, this is an inner circle student of mine who is from Dallas. He came up to ask a question and he wanted to play a little bit of devil's advocate. So we ended up having a role play right there while I was on stage, and so it was impromptu. I loved it. And this is important, guys, because we are becoming the bank. We are buying investment properties by taking over the existing mortgage. Now, I know you probably have not heard of this strategy. Yeah, okay, there goes Rocco. Okay, I know Rocco's flame. So, I know Rocco's signal. And there's somebody dropping them flames. So hit that like button, guys. And if you're not already following, go ahead and follow the Go-Getter Family. Share this video. I'm about to break down some game for you guys, man. I'm just feeling really generous tonight because this is some footage that has not been released. We just got done with this event. This happened on Sunday right here. It's just Friday. So this is a back and forth between me and one of my inner circle students. We turn the seller into our bank. Thus, we get to circumvent the traditional means of real estate investing, which is jumping through financial hoops, biting our nails, and hoping and praying that a bank will give us credit. And we are just glorified employees of a bank. We turn the seller into our bank. Most people haven't heard about these strategies. Okay, somebody said that this was fun to watch. Okay. So guys, take a listen, because a lot of people ask themselves, why would a person let you buy their house and leave the mortgage debt in their name and they are still personally liable for that debt? It remains on their credit. We don't have to qualify for it and we don't have to go apply for it. And it's not on our debt to income ratio. We are not personally guaranteeing this. This is not an assumable mortgage. That's a game that the bank plays. We become the bank. This is called subject to the existing financing, okay? And then creative financing. Guys, I own houses all over the place. I do. So this is how we do it, all right? Some people, people have limiting beliefs and we have to get over that. So people ask why somebody would let you do that. And then what do I say to a person? Well, here's what you say. You find out their problem and you find out what they want. I'll be breaking this down for y'all. This is like a coaching call live. Drop some flames if you can hear it.
I wanted just to play like the devil advocate with
Please
you.
do.
You're the one pitching and I am the one who owns the house. Mm-hmm. And usually the first objection that you will receive is like, well, how do I make sure that you're going to be paying my debt? Because it's still the debt.
What's going on with you? Tell me about your situation, though.
Like after,
as the homeowner, we're playing devil's advocate. You as the homeowner, tell me a little bit about your situation.
Well, I'm behind in rent behind in mortgage, and I haven't been paying for a while, and now I have foreseeable foreclosure that might happen.
Okay. And so the first thought that comes to you is, you worrying about me paying your mortgage?
But I just want to make sure, because the debt is under my name, and you're saying that you're going to be paying my debt. How would I make sure that you're going to be paying my debt?
Mm-hmm. Have you been paying it?
Not yet.
For how long?
6 months.
How's that affecting your credit?
Terribly.
Is it?
Yeah.
Well, one, we're an established business, right? Connected to a national network. Okay, y'all, I got to pause it for a minute. So I got to point something out there real quick. Now, my live workshops, guys, and I'll get to questions. After this. All right, I got you. Put where you're from, put your name, please. And if you're in my inner circle, drop some flames, hit that like button too, everybody. But let me say this. Now, when I'm on stage, I give electrifying presentations. I just do. There's crowd interaction. I'm talking to the crowd. It's funny. It's intellectual. We're talking about money. However, if you notice when I'm talking to Fetty, my voice, I have a late night DJ voice, very, very calm tone, listening. I'm in the affirmative. I'm like letting him talk. I'm nudging him to talk. And I asked a critical question. Critical, because everybody needs to understand this. We do not buy houses. We buy problems. Now, some of my students had like a coaching session where they were role playing. So I was prompted tonight to do this. This is true role play. This is how you do it. Now I asked him, what is your situation? Open-ended. And he told me. Now listen.
Not yet.
For how long?
6 months.
How's that affecting your credit?
Terribly.
Is it?
Yeah.
Well, one, we're an established business, right? Connected to a national network of certified affordable housing providers that has been doing this for about 11 years. So we're a business. So we wouldn't be a business for that long if we told people that we were going to take over their mortgage and then we didn't pay it. But the second thing is, now we might not be the right people for you. If your first thought when you're in foreclosure and I can help you, I can stop it and I can put some money in your pocket. If your first thought is, how am I going to pay that mortgage? Because once we do help you and send you to the next chapter of your life, I want you to move forward, because how can you go to a new chapter if you're looking in the rear view, worrying about if we're going to pay your mortgage and you haven't been paying it? So I don't want you calling me every 3 days, Mr. Behind on my payments homeowner. So we might not be the right people for you either, if that's what you're concerned about. Is that a concern for you?
Well, so far, no.
No, that's not it, y'all. That's not it. But I got to point this out here, okay? Listen, this is called reps. This is called technique. Every master was once a disaster. I wasn't always like that, where I could talk to a prospect like that. No way in hell. I still remember the first few times that I talk to prospects, man, the nerves won't get past until, like where it's like really bad in your stomach, butterfly nerves, that you won't get past that till about the 25th, like good conversation probably. Well, if you do it the way that we do it, the nerves will happen in like the beginning of the conversation. And if you do it right, the way we train you to, the nerves will end in the conversation, because we do it like this. Now, I did a technique here, guys, because listen, I am buying a free house. You listen to the numbers that he said, valued at like 700 some thousand. They got a ton of equity. So watch what I do here. It's magic. Okay, but what I did there though, when I checked him and I said that we may not be the right people for you if your concern is how are we going to pay that payment when you're not even paying it. And I don't want you calling me every 3 days asking about that payment. I want you moving on with your life, and we're buying this property. That's called the takeaway. The don't want her. It's all good, man. We just aren't the right people. Now watch this. Magic. Saji, I see you, brother.
That's how. Right? Oh, go ahead.
But the follow-up. So the follow-up, because it's a bunch of questions that I've noticed that that gets repeated a lot.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so now, which is part of it, you already answered it with the previous two gentlemen, that it's like, okay, so after 6 months, now you definitely established that your company is doing a good job. My credit score is getting better,
mm-hmm.
and now I want to buy a property or I want to buy something. And
mm-hmm.
so this is the part what you explained before, that because
mm-hmm.
my debt to income issue still definitely shows I still have a house.
Mm-hmm.
Now I want to buy another house.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So that will be the part with the servicing company that's gonna
mm-hmm.
prove
mm-hmm.
that part.
Mm-hmm.
The last part, because this is something that I'm thinking about that
mm-hmm.
I might be facing when I'm talking to someone. Okay,
mm-hmm.
so.
And Fetty's in my inner circle. He just got in after becoming the Bank Challenge 9, right?
3 weeks ago.
You're from Dallas. You're from Dallas, right?
Yes.
Your wife's here?
Yeah. Here.
Hi. I love that necklace too. That's awesome. Yeah. What? All right. Yeah, he got in. Now, we don't convince people though. I don't do no convincing. I just help y'all make a dang decision that you've been wanting to make for a long time. Are you glad you made it so far?
Oh, so far so good.
Absolutely. Yeah. Okay, but tell me about your concern.
No, but the last one is like, I think this is going to be the most realistic one that's going to happen. It's like, okay, I've been in this house
Now, real quick, guys, sorry. For those of you guys just popping on, my name is Gene Boykin. I'm the founder of the Go Getter Family Real Estate Investing Academy. This is the Harvard of real estate, and we become the bank, okay? We leverage the existing debt. We don't go to banks and fill out credit applications, qualify for debt. This is a live event in Houston, Texas that I just had this past weekend, okay? This footage has not been seen yet, all right? But some of my students were doing some role playing, so I felt compelled, to do this evening with you guys. Now, Fetty is an inner circle student of mine, you just heard, who recently got into my inner circle and was at the live event with his wife, right? Now, if you heard it, when he was asking that question, those of you that saw me on the stage live, I'm pretty hyper, because I love this stuff. It's life changing, literally flying to an island to look at property. Okay, y'all, please, now, just let that register. Was mowing lawns a couple of years ago. Just saying. Anyhow, as Fetty was talking, I was just, I'm letting him talk. I'm getting this information because I need it. I have to have it for this.
20 years. I got it. It was like $8,000, and now it's 700,000. And now you're coming to take my house for almost nothing. And yes, I know that I did some bad decisions, and now I'm in foreclosure. But I know that I own some money on this. There is equity on this house.
Absolutely.
So how are you gonna help me with that situation too?
Well, what's your goal in all of this? Like, what do you want to achieve? Now that you can see you have an opportunity.
Fix my problem and get some money out of the house, because I know that in the market right now is 700, and when I bought it was 100.
What do you feel like you're going to do with that money? Because everybody wants the most money they can get. I do too, Mr. Homeowner. What are you going to do? Are you going to retire down to Florida and play golf? Or looks like your wife feel like she needs to be out on the boat. What are you going to do?
We want to go cruising. Yes.
Do you really?
Yes.
Oh, well, where can I send you? Where can I send you both?
The World Cruise.
The where?
The World Cruise.
The World Cruise. It sounds like you've been thinking about that a little bit.
Yeah.
You have? Okay. Well, so you've done some research into that? You're going to fly to get there and all that good stuff? How long are you going to go for? I say about 2 weeks, probably.
All year long.
Ooh. Now, that sounds like a staycation to me. Is that a staycation? 279 nights. Now, we have put some thought into this. Absolutely. Understand that. Now, I know that down to the penny how much it'll cost. That's right. What's that going to cost you? About 170,000? Okay. And you said the property was valued at 700,000?
Remember, this is the retirement, so I was like, we want to enjoy our life.
Absolutely.
I'm talking about the guy who has the problem.
No, you want 279 days, right?
Okay, guys, I've got to stop there. I just have to. Only because that was glorious. Y'all, listen to me. I coach people on how to do this, and they make a lot of money if they listen. It's very, very simple. If you guys watched that, this is a role play, y'all. And I got him and his wife's actual goal out of them. That is called mastery. Now, that's from practice. And this is the thing about practice, okay? If you're practicing the wrong thing, practice does not make perfect. This is why you want to be around people who truly have experience in actually doing this and buying houses with no money and no credit by becoming the bank. Now, let me reel this back. I only seen a couple of flames. Now, a few couple. 1, 2, 3. Okay, now here we go. Oh, we got some people from Michigan too. Okay. Actual name is Richard. Okay, brother. Okay. Glad to hear, man. Glad to hear. I know I got a lot of my inner circle people here too. So I pulled his wife into it. Now, if you really want to get good at this, the power of observation will work wonders for you. Okay. Now, I had complimented his wife on her necklace that she was wearing. It was a really like had big, beautiful pink stones in it. Just looked great, you know, and it really stood out. So I made that compliment. And so now I brought her into the conversation. And you saw when he said the world cruise and how long he wanted to go, he looked over at her. Now watch this magic. This is how you do it. We have to talk to him. We have to find out what the problem was, right? And I found that out. He fell behind. Okay. Next, that's when I said, tell me about your situation. This is how you become a transaction architect right here. Then I asked, what do you want to achieve? Now I tell you guys this, and I'm giving y'all these gems. This is to the world right now. This is to the public, only because I was compelled to show y'all this. This footage has not been released. Hit that like button, drop some flames. Now listen, this is my barometer. This is how I know how much the deal is going to cost me. And I can then become a transaction architect that gets them from the problem, from the pain, to where they want to be, to the pleasure. This is actual pleasure, not a goal. This is pleasure for them. Watch.
Done. And you know what? I think you guys should fly first class to the world cruise. You deserve that if it's your retirement, don't you think? I think so too. Now we can absolutely do that. And honestly, it looks like you've got a little bit more equity in this property than that $170,000 that trip's going to cost you. Because we went over our seller presentation with them and we told them what we thought the retail market value of that property was. And then we told them how much it was going to cost us to sell it. So they know, and I know that they have more than $170,000 in equity. So 279 days, not quite a year. Now, when you get back, or when you don't, we're in retirement. Would a monthly income be a benefit to you? You think?
Yeah.
You think so, boss? I know who the boss is. That's right. I do. You think a monthly income would be a benefit, though? I think so too. Yeah. Now, if you're out there on the cruise, how much do you feel, a day would help you while you're out there? Like a month, right? What would you spend, you think, on that cruise?
Oh, let's.
I'm getting the equity on layaway. The seller is always my bank. Always. Now, if you're really, really good at this, this is a pro tip here. So when I asked his wife, did you see me do an affirmative when I asked them, would a monthly income be a benefit to you? Now, for the public, if you're in my inner circle, you know that question. You should. It's on our prospect questionnaire. This is what I mean. You can use these tools if you get your reps in. You can use these tools in any scenario, right? So when I asked her that, I nodded a bit in the affirmative. Some of y'all will get that, some of y'all won't. We just do this at a very high level.
For a month, $7,000.
Well, you're going to be there for a couple now. Hold on. Now, how many months is 279 days, boss? 9.5? About 9.5. We're looking at 63,000. Now, on our cost to sell this property, it looks like you got about 70,000 left in equity. Now, this is the thing. That world cruise, it sounds like you're going to buy the cruise ship. You plan on doing that for your retirement and running the business? 7,000 a month? That sounds like a cruise ship payment. What you going to be buying out there? It does, doesn't it? $7,000?
Yeah.
You going to buy the cruise ship? Is that our retirement?
Sure.
What's that? Here, you can go up there. You can go up to the mic with him. Okay. I want to see your necklace. I just want to see your necklace. Okay. Well, this is what we can do. $7,000 a month is a little bit of money. Okay. But if we can do 2 $7,000 payments after sending you on that cruise, okay, once the cruise is over, we'll give you the 2 $7,000 payments. That way, you can go on another cruise. You against that?
All right, y'all. Now I've given you enough sauce tonight. It's a Friday night. I've given you sauce. That was magic right there. Now, that question that I asked at the end was a calibrated question. I want him to say no. I want him to say no because it's easier for people to say no than it is for them to say yes. But here's the thing. The no that I want him to say is actually a yes. Are you against that? No, I'm not against that. that's a yes for me. It doesn't have to be that hard. It really, really doesn't. If you follow a particular format, this is what becoming a transaction architect looks like. Did you see how I told him he had about $70,000 in equity left, and I just shrunk that to $14,000, two $7,000 payments 9 months later when they get back. Y'all, this is called magic. That's all. Just a little bit of magic. Now, we want to have clarity, right? Always want to have clarity, because a confused mind will say no. Okay, so let me just get you to this last little part and then I'm gone.
Well, okay, no, it's all right. So, because we're gonna send you, I asked you where I could send you, you told me. Right, the World Cruise, that's what it's called?
So you're gonna pay for the
cruise, the 279 days, absolutely, because your wife said it would cost 170,000, right? Okay, so we can pay for that. The house is valued at 700,000 here, y'all. Okay. Crystal just said she had somebody with 200,000. Y'all hear what I'm saying? What I'm doing here? Did you guys feel his heart flutter when I asked him where I could send him? Is he selling me a house right now, or is he telling me his retirement dream and his wife? Did y'all hear? Now, this is the thing. This is how we talk to sellers. And this is how you can live when you talk to sellers that way.
Okay. All right. That was strictly for my people, man, because I know it's diehards on here right now. If you're up this late on a Friday night watching a Facebook Live on either my Go Getter family page or any of my groups, you're a diehard, and I just gave you some love, all right? Because I love y'all, man, and I want y'all to win. You want to know why? Because I have an abundance mindset. There's plenty out there for everyone, but this is the thing. How we do anything is a reflection of how we do everything. And so we got to get our reps in if we want to win the game. Because of this, there are strategies in real estate and in finance generally, really, with the right knowledge. But real estate, I love real estate so much because these are houses, man. These are houses, dude. Just think, I'm not even going to go down that rabbit hole. They're houses, but it's a finance game. So right there, I became a transaction architect that just simply got them from their pain to their pleasure. There were two primary things that I did. I listened and I asked questions. I asked particular questions. Tell me about your situation. I've got to know that if I want to buy a house without using any of my own money or any of my own credit. And I have bought a lot of them and negotiated many, many more. Now, you don't have to be like the best talker in the world. I'm very practiced at this. However, when you have the right tools, well, you just follow the tools. It's not about a script. Yes, there is a script. I have a script, a beautiful script for foreclosures. That gets you kind of started. But then once you can understand the script and understand the formatting of the script, well, then that's when you can get into frameworks. And that's when you get really good, because you're within the framework of a conversation. A conversation is a fluid thing. And we're talking about a house that he said was valued at around 700,000. Okay. I love to buy pretty houses. I just love it. It's one of the things in life that I love because it's fun. I want you to just think about, what do you think that life would be like if you knew every single day of your life that you had the ability to buy free houses? I mean, just think about that for a second, dude. Really, people now, well, that's hard. This is hard. Learning a new language is hard. Learning an instrument is hard. Learning doing this is hard. That is hard. So just because it's hard, does that mean that you're not going to tackle it? That you're not going to handle it? Like, oh, it's hard, I'm not going to do it. Are you going to say, oh, okay, great. So, and this is something that I want to do because, guys, in life, right? Again, just like learning to walk, we didn't know how to do that once, and it was scary, but it was worth learning how to do that. Some things in life, if we have the opportunity, are just worth learning how to do. So every day I wake up, and no matter what happens, no matter how the day goes, whatever. I know in the back of my mind that I can buy free houses. So I appreciate y'all, man. I love y'all. You know what I mean? Y'all be working my nerves sometimes, but I still love you. Don't forget, hit that like button. All right. If you found some value, in this, I want you to consider following. All right. Y'all already know what it is. Till next time, let's get to it, y'all.